Hi, welcome to Zen for Everyone. This is our 9th class, and tonight I want to talk about developing your concentration. So many people think when they hear the word concentration, they think about this really like hard effort, like really kind of, screwing up their face or furrowing their brow and really trying to, do it really, put a lot of effort into it. But that's not what I mean. Okay, so when I talk about concentration in meditation, it's a relaxed concentration. Being able to pay sustained attention, but relax, in a relaxed manner. So normally our mind is not habituated to do that. We have to train it. Okay, we can train it. So that's why actually concentration is a very important part of meditation, because it helps you bring your mind to focus into a meditation object. In most cases, it's the breath. So when you can do that, you can also transfer that, or that actually bleeds into your daily life, because when you choose to concentrate on some work or some project or whatever you're doing, even driving, you're able to do it with less distractions in your head and also be less distracted by stuff happening around you. You know, sometimes I'm a passenger in a car, and some of the people who are driving, whatever they see on the road, they just like crane the neck around. And, my initial reaction is like, pay attention to the road, man, in front of you. Don't worry about what's happening to your, on the roadside, to the left or right, whether it's an attractive man or woman or something interesting happening. That doesn't concern you. What's important is really in front of you. So I get a little jittery when drivers do that. They sort of crane their neck around, especially if there's some sort of minor accident, And that is actually one of the causes of further accidents, because drivers take their eyes off from the road in front of them and just look at, they're so engrossed in whatever is happening, and they forget that actually they're supposed to be paying attention to what is in front of them. So that's how developing our concentration helps us, because then we don't get so distracted by this other stuff, this unimportant stuff. We're paying attention to the really important things. So, many companies now have meditation rooms, especially the top, the cutting edge companies. People like Google, Nike, even Facebook, or what is called Meta now, they have actually free mindfulness meditation courses for their employees, because they found that they can work better, they can focus better, and their productivity goes up. So it's not completely altruistic. It helps the company perform better, but it also helps the people working there, because they also become less stressed. So one very good way of developing our concentration is this technique of counting our breath. So why do I say that? It's because when you count your breath, you have something concrete to do. Okay. Then when you lose the count, it's very, very easy to notice, as opposed to some other forms of meditation where you can kind of drift off, and space out, and you're not really so aware of it. But when you're counting your breath, suddenly you realize 3, 4, or 7, or 1, where am I? So it's much easier to notice when you kind of not paying attention, not concentrating. So this counting of breath is a very simple but very effective way of developing your concentration. And actually, it's important for us to develop our concentration for meditation. It's one of the fundamental things. Otherwise, you just sit there and your mind's just flying around all the time, and you think, I can't meditate because my thoughts don't settle down. But that's because you're not training your mind in the right way. Okay, so this is a good way of training our mind, and this particular technique has been used for thousands of years, and some people, when they do it, they just do it throughout their lives. You know, it is that helpful. So it's very simple, and I've talked about it right at the beginning, and if you have forgotten, no problem. All you do is, when you're sitting in meditation, which we will do soon, breathe in. Then as you breathe out, you count your exhale. 1. You breathe in, and you breathe out again, you count your exhale. 2. You know, don't control your breath in any way, just let yourself breathe normally. And then you go until 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until 10. Okay? And once you've hit 10, you start again at 1. Now, it will probably happen that you lose count along the way. Don't worry. That happens a lot to everyone, including me. And all you have to do is just start again at 1. Okay? Don't worry. It's not a problem. You haven't made any mistakes. That's how your mind is. So if you notice, my mind is like, you know, this simple thing. It's hard. It doesn't seem to be so easy to do, even though it's so simple. Then you get some idea of how your mind is, and then you can, as you practice, notice that I can now do it. You know, count the numbers for quite a while. You know, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, before I get distracted. So this is a form of mind training to learn to pay attention. Okay. Some people think it's so simple, it's not effective, but actually it's incredibly effective, and it's used in many mindfulness meditation classes and centers, and you know. So there have been a lot of studies done on this. So sustained attention studies indicate that people who practice this form of meditation are able to focus on their task, whatever they're doing, their job, and complete it more successfully. You know, they're not jumping from one thing to another. They're not working on the computer and suddenly checking their phone. Not checking their phone, they're checking social media, whatever, you know. So this improves their efficiency and effectiveness at whatever you do, because you're more present. That's basically what it is. So you just choose whatever you choose to place your attention on, to concentrate on, you're able to do it for a sustained amount of time. So it helps you also, when you practice this for some time, it helps your brain kind of filter out the distracting stuff. So that even if you're sitting in a noisy cafe and people are talking, maybe they're saying interesting things around you, your mind doesn't run to them and go, wow, what did they say? What was that stock tip they were talking about? You know, you're more able to pay attention on your work. So when you do that, you can do whatever you're doing more efficiently, more effectively, and more quickly. Okay. But when it comes to meditation also, we're able to pay attention to ourselves much better. Okay, so that's developing our concentration. So let's do it. Let's try it. Okay, so find a comfortable and relaxed, alert posture for yourself. Move around if you want. And close your eyes and just take a few moments to settle in. Notice what you're sitting on, sensation of the cushion on your behind, and come to notice the feeling of breathing. Notice when you breathe in, your lungs or your lower belly expands, or perhaps you feel the sensation in your nostrils, and you breathe out, your lungs, your lower belly collapse. So just notice what it feels like when your body is breathing. Then just start to count with a very soft voice, soft and gentle voice. And you breathe in, then breathing out, 1. In, out, 2. You don't have to say it loud, just say it to yourself silently. Just the number. In, 3. In, 4. And just go all the way to 10. And don't forget, if you lose count, that's perfectly fine. It's not a mistake. Just start again at 1. Okay? So let's try that for a few minutes. Okay, take your time and open your eyes and bring your attention back to your surroundings. So how was that? That's counting your breath meditation, which really does help you develop your concentration. So I hope you found it useful, and don't worry if you find it hard to get to 10. You know, if you keep practicing, and that is the important thing, to keep practicing, then you'll find that you'll get better at it. It's just all a matter of practice. So I hope you found this form of meditation useful throughout the week, and join me again next week for our final session in this Zen for everyone. So take care and have a nice end to the week. Bye-bye.